Good day everyone, we are Team Cloudiefied and we are going to present our application to you called Griot. Now what is Griot? Griot is an AI-powered learning system inspired by the West African Griot tradition. In this tradition, knowledge is not truly yours when you receive it. It only becomes truly yours when you can pass it down to someone else. But in today's world, learning has changed. We students can now generate instant answers using AI tools. While answers are easy to get, understanding often gets missing. Now that's where Griot steps in. Griot solves this by transforming learning into a clear and structured process, starting first with understanding. Griot makes sure that you understand what you learn, and once you're able to understand what you learn, you can then explain it to someone. Once you're able to explain it to someone, then your knowledge or your understanding becomes improved and enhanced, and once you have an improved and enhanced learning or knowledge, it sticks with you. You're able to remember. So now let's begin by showing how simple and intuitive this experience is using Griot. Good day everyone. Welcome to our interface. This is a Griot interface, and this is where users can interact with Griot. So first we have basic our welcome, and then our slogan, which is the pursue the question and pass the answer, followed by the background of Griot. So the first thing Griot has to offer the users is personalized or personality trait. Now with this personality trait, Griot can now give answers based on your type of learning. The first question is how do you learn best, followed by your goal and lines about you and what blocks you. Is personalized or personality trait. Now with this personality trait, Griot can now give answers based on your type of learning. The first question is how do you learn best, followed by your goal and lines about you and what blocks you from studying. So to save time, I already have everything down. So I like to study by stories, by making my learning by stories, and my aim is to pass an exam, and I'm 22 studying APU, and what blocks me from studying most times is boredom. So now let's start. Now because I'm a cloud engineering student, I'm going to ask Griot explain to me what is subnetting. So let's hand it over to Griot. So my expectation now is that Griot will give me a teaching or explain to me what subnetting is using my personality. Now you can also skip this. If you don't have time and you want to study straight away, you can always skip this and it will still perform just as well. So now look at it. It says what is subnetting and why should I care? Making it more like a story and why it's basically making it personalized. So that's just one. And if you don't want, if you don't have a query and you just want to upload your PDF, sorry, I have this file on IP address and subnetting. I can ask Griot to make this file into a story, and it will do just similar. Now this is just one of the first stage Griot can do. You can be, I know you're probably like, so what is so special? It's special because it's personalized, and there's still more that my group mates will further explain to you. So now look at this. Isn't this more like a story? This is very, very catchy. How do you
identify who the knowledge will be passed to? The student describes a real person. For example, my 12 years old cousin Issa in Bamako who loves football. This is Issa. The Griot then builds a 5-stage interdisciplinary pass through the question, generate a portrait of Issa to make him present and real as I just show you, and deliver the full lesson, opening with what we call the core answer, 3 to 5 direct actual sentences before the metaphor. This is Griot proving it can actually answer. So this is the path and the teaching. Then comes the heart of Griot, the teaching brief. Not a lesson for the student, but a personalized script the student can use to teach Issa specifically. A football-based book, the answer written in his language, 3 takeaways, a story from his world, and a tree of scripts question ready to handle. This is the difference between knowing something and being able to pass it on. And finally, the student practice, not with a tutor, but with a simulation of Issa himself. A curious 12-year-old who react, ask why, endless why questions, push back. This is no longer studying, this is teaching. As you said, this is my example. I don't ask him a question, but I try to explain him in some words. He answered and I answered again. And then finally, I just said done. And from there, it will generate the Book of Griot.
Griot generates the Book of Griot. As you can see on my screen, it has created a personal manuscript for Issa. For our subnetting lesson, it takes a complex networking concept and turns it into a story about a football stadium. It explains that subnets are like playing gates for VIPs and players, ensuring the network doesn't get crowded and crash during a big match. How do we know the student actually understands the security and logic? The system provides a Griot evaluation. It isn't a simple pass or fail. It's course on clarity, adoption, and depth. In this demo, I received a 24 out of 30. The AI noted that while my stadium metaphor was perfect for clarity, I hesitated during the depth section when Issa asked a tough question about why we can't have a giant room for everyone. Oh. And then, this is the most impactful part. As you can see, Griot gives me 3 specific things to do next time. It tells me to listen for the questions under the question and to prepare a better explanation for network broadcast tones using a loudspeaker metaphor. And this ensures the students is constantly refining from just memorizing facts to true student thinking. And then, of course, Griot verifies understandings, identifies my specific gaps, and ensures that knowledge is never forgotten. It turns a study lesson into a long-term memory sheet. Thank you.
Finally, let's look at scalability. Griot works across many subjects: cloud engineering, networking, biology, business, and many more. The learning process remains the same no matter the topic. It is also highly adaptable. It can be integrated into classrooms and learning platforms, and also can be used independently. Griot is inspired by the West African Griot tradition, found in countries like Mali, Senegal, and Gambia. Griot were historians and storytellers who preserved knowledge through oral transmission. Learning was only completed when knowledge could be passed on. We brought this philosophy into AI. In a world where AI makes it easy to get answers, Griot makes sure that you truly understand them. We are not just preventing short courts, we are making real learning unavoidable. We are helping knowledge leave, travel, and never be forgotten. Pursue the question, pass the answer. Griot.